Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to more Gundam building. We are still working on the XXXG01H Gundam Heavy Arms. I goofed that up already, but we went ahead last episode. We got this torso together with the foot. So far, we're doing good. We got to work on the other leg, and well, we'll get right into it. So, as always, lads, if you find that you enjoy this content, this channel, and just my general ramblings and lunacy as it is, please feel free to leave some kind of activity, as any and all activity on these videos helps out tremendously with YouTube's algorithm. Likes, dislikes, comments, bell icon, it helps keep us alive within YouTube's system. It shows YouTube that you guys are interested in these videos, and it pushes us out to more viewers, and I really do appreciate the help, as it helps our community at large grow. I think did I goof this? Well, I might have, what the heck? Trying to, because I kind of damaged this a little bit. I'm just trying to see where it wants this to go, which, like, right there? That doesn't make sense. Do I have this backwards? I don't have this the right way. Oh, I got it. I figured it out. I'm dumb. I got it. I got it. There it is. That's making me wonder, did I do this with the last one? I hope I did. That's how it's supposed to be. You know what I think it was? It was something else that I had to... Is that correct? That can't be right. Oh, no, it is. It is. Okay, it's just really tight for some reason. That's an innuendo just waiting to happen. Anyway, I guess for conversational sake, I was watching a video online earlier this morning, and yeah, interesting stuff. A girl in her school, right? She was disrupting class. What she was doing was she was on her phone Googling answers to whatever the hell it was the teacher was asking. So the teacher would be like, okay, I'm just throwing stuff out there because I have no idea what the hell she was exactly looking up, but she was Googling while during class, and she was also texting. So the teacher would be like, okay, kids, what's 1 plus 2? So rather than, you know, sitting there and trying to open her book and learn, she just Googled the answer. And the teacher, I guess, got fed up, and I'm going to teach you younger guys something, okay? Google ain't going to always be there for your jobs. Alright, you're not going to be able to always answer everything with friggin' Google. Alright, I'm of the generation where I still had to use an encyclopedia for some of my lessons back in school, okay? So, I feel like a damn fossil, to be honest with you. And this is not going to go in, is it? So, this teacher was, yeah, okay. I'm going to have to, well, that's right. So there's something else in there that's not going in the way it should. Ugh. Okay. I gotta play with this. I don't like doing this because I feel like it damages the model. I'm really trying to be careful because I've already screwed up the leg a little bit as it is. There we go. Got it. But yeah, so this girl is sitting there doing this on her phone. Googling everything. And naturally the teacher's getting annoyed with her, right? So, okay, so it's not me, just the model doesn't want to go together, so I'm gonna say it's good. Sort of. I mean, yeah, no, it's working. I don't like how open this is right here, but it'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Anyway, so the teacher wasn't really liking this, right? So he went ahead and did the normal thing that you think a teacher would do in this situation. He went up and took her phone away. That's a normal reaction, I would think. I've seen that many times back in my high school where teachers would either take your phones or they just call the deans and kick you out. It was one or the other. And in this case, the teacher, I would say, was being rather fair, comparatively to what I've seen. Right? He was just trying to get her to stop, and she wouldn't stop. So, what does she do in response? She went ahead and maced him. She pulled out mace and nailed him in the face with pepper spray. Now, a poor guy runs out of the classroom because he just got sprayed in the face with mace. And she's sitting there yelling, "Give me back my phone." And the deans were being, in my opinion, way too nice to her. They're like, "Oh, you can't mace teachers. It's not, you can't just do that. That's not allowed." And it's like, she just maced a teacher over her phone. In my opinion, arrest her. Listen, if Chris Chen can get arrested for it, so can she. That's the way I look at it. You went ahead, you maced the teacher, you had no reason to do that. Mace is something that you use for self-defense. The teacher took your phone because you were not being a good student. You can't play defensive on that. Like, I'm sorry, no. These kids need a swift kick in the ass is what they need. But yeah, so she went ahead, she maced the teacher, and she actually got him twice. She maced him the first time. He ran out of the classroom because of the mace in his eyes. And then she went after him and then hit him again. And she was like, "Just give me my phone." And people are like, "Oh yeah, just give her the phone." Like, are you kidding me? We're just going to enable this? We're just going to allow her to mace teachers? Because if she maces this one guy, this is the way people got to look at it, that they're not. Cool, she just maced this one guy. What you've done is you've just told her, "Hey, when you behave like this, you get what you want. When when you're doing something that's not socially acceptable, if you mace another human being, nobody's going to stop you. So if you don't like what other people are doing or saying about you, just mace them." That's effectively what you're telling the student. You're just telling them this is acceptable behavior when it's really not. That's why, I mean, there's a saying, it takes a village to raise a child. If the school is just letting this kid do whatever the hell she wants, she's going to be a terror. I mean, granted, this is a high school student, so at this point she's already a terror if she's macing teachers over them confiscating her phone. There was another story that I was watching that a student was playing their Nintendo Switch in class. Teacher took it away, naturally, because, again, you really shouldn't be playing video games in class. Now, I'll admit that in my high school, my math class, my teacher actually let me and my classmates play on our DSs. And it's not because she didn't care or anything like that. Had nothing to do with that. Had nothing to do with care or concern or my teacher's ability to teach. Had nothing to do with that at all. As a matter of fact, the reason why she was permitting us to do that was because she trusted us. She knew that we were very capable of understanding what it was we were supposed to do. We understood the lesson. So she was like, "Listen, all I ask of you guys is this. Get your work done, and I'm not going to bother you when you go to play on your video games. That's it." She's like, "If you show me that you know the work, you guys can sit here and talk all day. I don't give a rat's ass what you do. Just do your work." And we understood that, and we just kept up. Like, so long as we kept our grades up, she never bothered us. You keep your grades up, I leave you alone. She was a very fair teacher. We loved her. She was a great teacher. She just never bothered us. If we had questions, we asked. And the wild thing, too, was, in a way, like, some people would look at this and go, "Why would you just let your student play video games?" In a weird way, the way she did things, her method ultimately led us to being more proactive in the class, because essentially what she was saying was, if you do your work effectively, I'll reward you by letting you play your games. And in turn, if we kept our grades up, we got what we wanted. Which, in my opinion, was fair. I had no problem with that. Now, that was her method. Maybe the student was loud. I can't speak for the teacher, nor can I speak for the student. But what I can certainly say is the way the student handled things when his Nintendo Switch got taken by the teacher. And what happened was, the student in question beat the ever-living crap out of his teacher. I don't remember if she ran out or he ran out of the room. I don't remember if he was thrown out. I can't remember what happened, but the student went right after them and beat the crap out of them on camera for their Switch. Yeah, there's definitely something very, very wrong with our schools if this is occurring. If students are just so easily assaulting teachers, there's something very seriously wrong in our public schools. Something very wrong. There was this one teacher I was watching who was talking about a student that she had to deal with. Now, she, I believe, was like a special needs teacher. Like, she worked with the special needs kids. And this one kid, I don't remember what she said his deal was exactly. Can't remember what it was. But she was saying how, for whatever reason, this kid was glued to his tablet, right? If you attempted to get him off the tablet, you were going to the hospital. Like that's not an exaggeration. That was a guarantee. You were going he was hospitalizing he was hospitalizing teachers. I said students. He was hospitalizing teachers. I don't know exactly how or why or well, I know why. I don't know how he was doing it. But this kid, if you tried to take him off his tablet, he would become incredibly aggressive and he would send teachers to the hospital. He'd beat the crap out of them for it for his tablet. And the teachers, though, they didn't want to give up on him, even though he was aggressive as hell. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't blame them for giving up on him. I wouldn't give up. I'm sorry. I wouldn't blame them for giving up on him. But they tried to work with him. And they went to specialists. They went to therapists. They talked to different teachers. They tried a myriad of different things to try to help this kid. Nothing worked. They could not get this kid help for nothing. Because they were like, what is wrong with this kid? Why is he so glued to his tablet? Why is he so aggressive? What is going on? Now, granted, yes, he was aggressive because of special needs. That's for one, right? He had special needs, so it's kind of understandable why he'd be the way he is. Did I do this backwards? Hold on, I can fix this actually. Oh god damn it! Come on. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, there we go. I think I got it. So anyway, yeah. So this kid sent teachers to the hospital. So this, so the teacher is trying to figure this out. Like, why is this kid just so easily sending people to the hospital? What's going on? First thought is always, what's going on with the parents, right? Are you doing something to your kid that's resulting in this kid being as violent as he is? So, for kicks, after all these attempts, all these hours of therapy, all these meetings, talk to the parents. They're like, hey, how many hours of tech time does your kid get? How long is he on this tablet for? And the parents were like, oh, well, he's always on it. If he's on, how'd the mom put it? He's on it when he goes to bed. Oh, I'm sorry, no. He only gets off when he's taking a shower or when he's in bed, when he's sleeping. So he's on it at home 24/7. And the teacher's like, okay, well, see, there's your problem. That's the reason why we're having the problems that we're having. This is the reason why your kid is a violent lunatic every time someone tries to take his tablet away. It's not because of the teachers. It's not because they were ineffective. The way the teacher put it, and this is a very fair way of putting it in my opinion, it's effectively you just sent a drug addict to rehab, right? They go into the building for 8 hours a day, but then the second they leave, oh, hey, by the way, here's your drug of choice back. Here, you can't have this in the building, but when you leave, you can have it back. That's essentially what they're doing with this kid. They're enabling his addiction. So ultimately, the parents were making the teachers' jobs just significantly harder. I don't know whatever happened to the kid, whether or not they ever finally found a way to help him. I honestly don't know. I can't tell you. But first of all, it definitely starts with the parents. 100% when kids act like this, it's my first question is always, what the hell is going on at home? If your kid is lashing out, if your kid's beating teachers, if your kid is macing teachers, what is going on at home? That's my first question. The second thing that I have to also wonder is if there's not something going on at home, then what are they like at home? You know what I mean? Are you scolding your kid? Are you ignoring them? Are you just simply handing them a piece of tech and saying, hey, leave me the hell alone? That might also be another reason why. Some people, and I kind of agree with this too, some people also attribute lockdown as a major reason for why this would be occurring. You had these kids that basically relied entirely on their smartphones, their technology. They don't know how to socialize, and as soon as you unplug them, these kids become almost like raving lunatics. So, yeah, couple that together, I can get why things are happening the way it is. It is a major challenge for teachers right now. And to be perfectly honest with what teachers have to put up with, I do not envy them in the slightest. But not only that, it's like I always say this. I don't hate kids. I know I joke about it, but I don't actually hate kids. I hate bad parenting. I hate parents that let their kids get away with murder. You know what I mean? Because all they're doing is they're enabling bad behavior. They're encouraging their child to do bad. And then when something negative happens to their child, well, it's not the kid's fault, it's everyone else around them's fault. You know, when Timmy goes into a store and breaks something because he was being a little energetic butthole, well, no, it's the store's fault for having easily broken objects. It's not Timmy's fault for, breaking everything. Parents never take responsibility for their kids' actions. Parents don't want to take responsibility for their kids, period. That's the issue. That's one major issue. There was actually a good movie about that. It was kind of like a horror movie, I guess. Essentially the plot was something to the effect of like this couple, they go to a small hick town because they wanted to go away for a weekend, I think it was. And as they're on this beach, there's just this group of kids that's constantly annoying them. The dog runs up to them. The kids don't apologize or control the dog. They just let the dog do whatever he wants. The kids just started getting more and more annoying. So at one point, the couple, they leave. They go to a restaurant. And they see a lady. And they ask her, like, hey, just a question. Do you know anything about that group of kids over there? Like, do you know if they cause trouble? Or do you know anything about them? And the lady looks at them, looks at the kids, looks back at the customers and goes, they're not my kids. And the mom's like, the woman, she's like, no, I didn't ask if they were your kids. I'm asking, do you know them? Not my kids. Like, she doesn't want to take responsibility. It's like, and by the way, by the end of the movie, you find out, yeah, no, one of them was her kid. One of them was, in fact, her child. It's just, again, the parent did not want to take responsibility for the negative actions of said child. Long story short, a couple of the kids ended up murdering the boyfriend or the husband. So the girl tries to run away from them. I think they ended up in self-defense. I think she ended up in self-defense killing one or two of the kids. She ran to a group of adults asking them for help. She gets into the house only to find out, like, they take her in, like, oh, okay, you've been attacked, here, let us help you. And they only find, she finds out after she gets in the house and she's now in the bathroom kind of cornered, finds out that the house that she's in, she's in the kid's parents' house. Parents figure, the kids come in like, this girl, she murdered us, and all this other nonsense, spin and lie saying that they were the ones in self-defense when the reality is no, they were not. Naturally, parents take the side of the kids, and the movie ends with the girlfriend dying. Now, yes, like I said, it was a movie, but it illustrates the point. It's like parents do not take responsibility for their kids. And as having worked retail, I've seen it many, many times. I've seen parents. I think I told you guys. I told these guys this story. I definitely told you this story. There was this one kid who, like I said, definitely had something going on. He definitely had like some kind of special needs. I didn't really know what he had. I think I lost a part. God damn it, I lost a part. Hold on. Sorry about that. Got everything together. Anyway, yeah. So I definitely think I've told you guys this story before, where it was this kid. He came into my store. Long story short, he would ask for something. He'd be like, "Oh, I need a new PS3 controller." All right, we're out of stock. Oh my effing god! I can't believe it! They're out and I broke it! Oh my god! And he just starts swearing and cursing, and I'm like, where's your parents? Oh, they're at home? Like, he would turn it off like a light switch, too. He'd start swearing and cursing, like singing like a sailor, and then all of a sudden, go right back to normal. And I had this mom, she was looking at me like, hey, can you, like, get rid of this kid, please? Because I'm scared of him around my kid. Like, she definitely, like, the mom looked very concerned. I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to deal with this kid and try to get him out of here so that way this woman doesn't, get all nervous, because the last thing we need is people being freaked out around here. Anyway, here's the backpack. I finished it. We've got our torso together. So I could probably, actually, no, I probably should just do that now. We're going to assemble our Gundam. If he doesn't want to fall apart, which he's probably going to in the next 30 seconds. There you go. His legs are pulling off. Our Gundam is, or our heavy arms mobile suit is now paraplegic. Fantastic. Okay, cool. Backpack there. There we go. There it is. There is our mobile suit. The shoulders and what have you pop up. Actually looking really cool. Oh, there we go. And there's your legs again. I gotta figure out a way to work with this better. I'm not a fan of these joints. I'm really not a fan of it. I feel like these could work so much better. I feel like they could have done better with this, but they did this with the RX-78 as well. It's really annoying. But anyway, yeah, I'm very much of the understanding that kids nowadays are not disciplined. They're not disciplined. They're not raised with maturity. They don't have mature adults in their lives, unfortunately. That's at least from my perspective, from what I've seen. And, you know, again, what do you think is the end result? You have these kids that are going to act out. They're going to lash out. They're going to act like little buttholes. And we're surprised when this happens. Or we'll say, no, it's not the kid's fault. No, it is the kid's fault. It's also the parents' fault. The parents' fault. I blame the kids for their actions. I blame the parents for not being better parents. This goes somewhere. I don't know where this goes. Oh, that goes there. Okay, why does this go up his crotch? Why am I sticking this on the mobile suit's crotch? I'm giving him a penis! Why are we giving this man a penis? Well, now he's confirmed. Mobile suits have gender. This one has a penis. There we go. Oh, that's a money shot right there. Okay. Anyway. I'm assuming this is like if I want to put him on a stand or something, so I'm just gonna leave it there. If anybody asks, I'll be like, yep, he got a pecker. Anyway, all joking aside. Now we're gonna try to work on the weapons for a little bit. But yeah, these kids, they're just not raised with maturity. They are not raised in a strong household, unfortunately. And then we're surprised when they act out. And it's like, well, no, it's not really a surprise. It's just, you are a crappy parent. That's all there is to it. I'm sorry to say it, but that's just what it is. Okay, Alright, so I got my parts together. We're gonna start working on the weapons. But, yeah, it's of my opinion. And again, this is my opinion. We're making these kids weak. We're making these kids dumb. And, like, we're focusing too much on their emotions, too. Like, when I was a kid, I used to get picked on. I used to get bullied. And to be honest, now a lot of my, I guess you could say my attitudes, my sense of humor, as messed up as it can be, it came from that. I toughened up as a kid. I'm sorry to tell you this, for any of you younger lads that are watching this, I'm going to tell you right now, Karen don't give a crap about your feelings. That's the reality of it. When you start working, when you start doing jobs and what have you, I'm telling you right now, Karen don't care about your feelings, and that's actually a really cool knife. This is a big combat knife. Holy crap. Anyway, yeah, Karen don't care about your feelings. Alright? When you are in between her and a discount, ooh, buddy, you are in trouble. Karen is going for your manager, and you are gonna leave work miserable because she made you miserable. Deal with it now, so that way when you deal with her, you're ready. Gotta toughen these kids up. Unfortunately, we're making them weaker, and we're making them dumber. Need I remind you all of the TikTok trend, devious licks, if any of you remember that. Many of you probably don't, because it was a thing that happened a few years ago. Like, I barely remember, I just remember the little bits here and there. But, what it was these absolute rocket scientist children that would steal things from their schools. That's literally what it was. They would steal random things, and it was stupid things that they would steal. It was things that never made sense. Like, if you were going to steal something, let's be real, what would you steal? You'd steal another kid's smartphone, you'd steal a computer, you'd steal, you know, maybe, I don't know, a projector, because that makes sense. You could hook up to your Xbox and then play your Xbox on the wall, and that's, again, very big gun. I'm very much liking this kit. Lots of weapons. Anyway, So yeah, you like what would you steal? You'd steal logical things, either things you could sell or things you could really use. These kids were stealing boilers, like heating units from the school that again a kid could never use. They were stealing. What else did one kid steal? He stole a wall from his bathroom. You know those dividers from the bathroom stalls? Yeah, he stole a divider. Why? Why? At least one group of kids they broke into a vending machine. At least that made sense. A couple of kids tried to steal a faucet from their school's lab, not realizing what happens when you disconnect, a water faucet and forget to turn off the water. A big mess happens. And a big mess did happen. Because these little Einsteins don't know how plumbing works, clearly. So, yeah, that happened. What else did one kid steal? I think one kid thought how, bad he was for stealing a hand soap dispenser from his school. He was just like, why? Like, you're just, why? It's stupid. It's nothing even worth stealing. You were just stealing really stupid crap for no reason. Okay, no, I didn't. I'm rambling on. And I'm looking at this. I'm like, wait, did I goof yet? And I'm like, no, not just yet, because I got to build this piece first, and that's not a big deal. I can do that on the side. Um. Anyway, yeah, like it just, why? Why did you bother stealing that? It just, again, and this was like, the big bad TikTok trend. Oh, look at us kids now. No, you're stupid. You're young. You know what the hell you're doing. I remember one group of kids in my old store when I was working. They were just being loud. They were being annoying. They were being obnoxious. They were literally sitting there having a picnic on my store's floor. I'm like, guys, you either need to move or you gotta leave. Like, you gotta do something. You can't just sit here. So they started giggling at each other, like, oh, we're being a public menace. And I'm like, yes, you are. Get the hell out of my store. Like, why? Yeah, good. You're a public menace. Why is that a good thing? Remind me why that's funny that you're being a problem for society. I don't know. There's something up with these kids nowadays. I feel old. I'm only 27. Okay? I see the way these kids act, and I'm like, bro, go home. Dude, like, I'm doing build a model kit. Okay, look at this. This is awesome. This big ass minigun. The Terminator right now, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's having an erection right now looking at this probably. That's badass. Alright, but all joking aside. But yeah, I apologize. That's my rant. That's just me. I don't know. If there's anything that really annoys me nowadays, it's just seeing what's happening. Watching these kids degrade into little menaces. That's why, at least with this channel, I'd like to try to be as much of a positive influence as possible to hopefully mitigate the dumbness that's going on. The really dumb bull that's occurring in our country. Hopefully just try to be someone positive. And I'd like to... Oh, wait, why? Why? Why didn't this just come as part of the... What? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna... Oh, you know what? No, it is two separate pieces. It's still weird to me, but okay. I'll take it. Because, like, what they could have done is, rather than capping it, they could have just made it as, like, half and half, and... Alright, I mean, I'm not gonna really question it. I think I've questioned enough today. Okay, and then finally... Oh, it has it backwards for some stupid reason. Okay. Did I put it backwards? No, I'm doing it the right way. I'm like, wait, what the no. Okay. So there is our minigun. Oh, we get to use the belt! Where's the belt? I had the belt. I lost the belt. Oh, crap. I gotta look for this belt. Hold on. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get our belt together for the minigun now, which, awesome. But, anyway, last thought. I just thought of this right now. last thought of the night for this. I remember one guy I was watching on YouTube. I've probably talked about him before on the channel. Um, the dude goes around New York and he asks younger guys around his age, people his age, various questions that I would hope people would know. Because some of them, the answer is literally in the question. Like, in one video, I remember him outright saying something to the tune of like, what was the question? It was like, goddamn, I'm trying to remember. It was like, oh, what year did the War of 1812 take place in? If you don't know the answer to that question, I swear to God, you need help. All joking aside, girl unfortunately got it wrong. He was again. I can't think of the questions right now. I'd have to rewatch the video, but it was very simple, very basic questions, stupid things that people could think up, or things that people should know. I think he was given simple math, like what's 10 times 0 times 1, I think was one of them, and people had a hard time answering that. I think one girl, he was asking about World War II questions, like, oh, what country did we fight? I think, what was it? What country did we fight in World War II? And she's like, was that the United Kingdom? No, it was who did we fight during the Revolution? That's what it was. What country did we fight during the Revolution? And she was like, oh, Germany. That's what it was. I remember that now. Oh, God. You know, though, this is a problem that I shouldn't be surprised with. Back in my high school, we were in history, and there was this one girl that literally followed the definition of a pretty face. That's literally who she was. One of the questions on this, it wasn't really like a real graded quiz. It was just something to see where we fell in line with like our knowledge of history. And my teacher, one of the questions that she left on us was, who was the first U.S. president? And this girl, I swear to God, answered Barack Obama. The first American president was Barack Obama. Yep. Yeah. Alright, so I've gone ahead. I've mostly finished the belt. I'm annoyed because I'm missing one of these bits. So I'm going to have to try to find that. I don't know where the hell it is. But for now, this is what it's going to look like. Actually, how does this clip in? Because it looks like this is just something oh, I got to build the drum and then we hook it up. So what it's going to do is it's going to clip in right here. Here. There we go. There you go. It's going to feed into a drum. So we're going to do that next episode. Hopefully, I'll find that bit. If not, I mean, it's not a hard thing to fix. What I can do is I just take my knife, pry under here, and it should fix it. But anyway, guys, I will see you around the next one. Thank you everyone so much for watching. As I've said, any activity you leave helps out the channel tremendously with the algorithm. It keeps our channel alive and well within YouTube's system, and I appreciate the help. Likes, dislikes, bell icon, it helps with the algorithm. I really do appreciate the help. If you want to come hang out with me, link description below for our Discord where we'll do little community events. We'll hang out, we'll chat, we'll game. And generally we're nerds, so we keep each other up with nerdy stuff. So feel free to come join us. I'll see you around the next one, guys. Thank you so much. Love you all. Have a fantastic night.